everyone, and welcome to the first ever episode of the Wildings Podcast. I don't know what I'm doing, but here we go. We have our wonderful guests here, James and John.
What's up, man?
I know them through comedy and just through life in general.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for calling on.
Yeah,
for the first 3 episodes.
Yeah. I really wanted to do it by myself. But James and it ruined it. You know what I mean?
Well,
arch enemies right here.
Yeah, well, you two are really good friends, aren't you? Yeah.
John uses me for, I use him for clout. He uses me for my facilities.
Business partners. That's what we are, you know?
Well, do you do a lot of car shared together? Because that was some parking, James, on your part.
Yeah, it's actually great. I don't drive, and then James drives me like anywhere.
No, but you recently got your license.
Yeah. I don't have a car, though.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I've only ever driven John long distance once. And John, I'm not even trying to be funny.
Yeah?
John can't stop talking.
Yeah.
Right? So, this thing happened where I was like, I brought it to his attention. I was like, John, we need to stop for at least like just 1 minute so I can clear my head. And I think we counted to 3 before he got really anxious. He was like, oh yeah, but what was it saying? And I was like, he needs constant noise.
Yeah, I'm sorry that you can't handle it.
How do you handle the cinema then?
Because there's no big explosions and all. I can't go see like a silent film. Do you know what I mean? I couldn't see anything that's really silent. I need constant sort of.
I think it's that awkward. Whenever it goes quiet, some people find it awkward, and some people just enjoy silence. Yeah. The other day, I was with Joe Jarvie driving down, and I said she was driving, and I said, Joe, don't feel pressure to talk. I'm going to put on my headphones, and let's just go. John's the opposite. He'd be like, take it off.
Talk to me.
Yeah. Right. It's called being attention starved, all right? And it comes from the childhood. It's
called ADHD.
You know, like.
I also don't enjoy the quiet, especially when I'm on stage. It's really awkward.
I love it.
You love it?
Yeah. Mostly.
It's lying.
Whenever you drive, say you were driving down to Bennigan's, do you feel like there always has to be conversation?
Mm-mm.
No.
Okay, do you know what? I'll get the bus next time.
I just run through my set, that's all.
Oh yeah,
same.
And then I just sort of listen to music and try not throw up, I guess. That's what I usually do when I'm on my way to a gig. I don't really like speaking to people.
That's where we differ as comedians, because we always talk about this before the gong. Like, he needs like 10 minutes to get into the mode, and then I'm like, I need 10 minutes too, and then I go downstairs and talk to everybody. I completely forget
it's not 10 minutes to get in the mode. It's because I have to set up the lights, the sound, the running order.
Oh yes, you can't really focus on your material when you're doing all of that.
No, and then John's sitting talking to me the whole time, and then I'm like,
your friend, mate. Just being your mate. Just being your best mate.
Right, so I think I'm going to start off just by, let's chat about something that's recently made you laugh.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a joke, obviously. Just like...
Something I noticed was I always have these really funny dreams.
Yeah.
So the difference between me and my partner is that she has like nightmares. She's a very she wakes up like screaming, but like
she wakes up screaming.
She wakes up in like sweats. I think it's because she watches scary films or plays the Switch. But she tells me I'm always laughing in my sleep.
Okay.
And then last night I had a dream. And it's not funny at all. But I was in hysterics. That I went to a gig, and the promoter was there. He's called Darren Matthews.
Okay.
And he had a dog. That was
He's
barking.
a solid guy.
Yeah, nice guy.
Yeah.
And he had a dog that was barking, and every time it barked, it went, Darren Matthews. And I was like crying, laughing. Like, I figured out the best humour ever. And I woke up and told my girlfriend, and she was like, that's not funny at all.
You woke her up from her sleep to tell her that?
Fair play. I do see him.
Wake up!
I probably would have killed you.
No, I woke up and she said you were laughing in your sleep. And then she said, what was it? And I told her.
Right.
And she was like, that's not funny.
Okay.
The last dream that I had was we were all going to, it was all of us comics, and we were going to war. We had all had to join in this like, almost like Ukrainian style urban war.
Yeah.
Right?
And that was funny to you?
Yeah, wait a minute. And then we were fighting, and the objective was to get to the top of this mountain, and on top of this mountain was a penguin.
A penguin?
Just a penguin.
That's really random.
Yeah. I think what had happened was I fall asleep to music. Like I fall asleep to YouTube videos. Like one of them was like a World War II style documentary.
With a penguin?
And then and then afterward it must have skipped to like a documentary about penguins and that sort of. That or I'm just mental.
Maybe you're craving like a penguin bar.
I love a good penguin bar.
I've never had a penguin bar.
Oh no?
No.
What was the last thing?
Is it dark chocolate or milk chocolate?
Milk chocolate.
Okay, we're getting off topic. Yeah. Okay. So.
But what was the last thing you left?
When was the last time I laughed?
So you acting like you hate laughter.
I'm married. What are you talking about? I'm joking. Actually, yesterday my son, when I was getting ready to go out to Belfast, this is so cliche because I'm a mom, but he was like, why? I don't know if I can say this. Fuck it, it's my podcast. He was like, well, why are your nipples so low?
You're like, because you've been sucking them?
That's what happened. And I told him, this sounds bad as well. You sucked the life out of me.
That's not bad, is it? That's biology. That's just normal life.
Yeah.
That's why mine are so low. John's been sucking them the whole day.
No, I'm Phil.
I feel like mine look like traffic cones at this point. Like
I have traffic cone titties. Yeah. I agree. That's a tough life. You get it because you don't have any titties. You know what I mean?
I have little curves, but we're not getting into that. Yeah.
You have you've a runner's physique.
You have curved nipples?
No, I have I started putting on a little bit of weight, so it wasn't like the full moob. It was like normal, and at the bottom it kind of poked out a bit. I think a lot of guys do.
You call that a moob?
If you get like man boobs or moobs.
You
didn't know that?
No.
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
You can hang jackets on it with the coat hanger.
But I think I've been losing it again.
Okay, before we get off track, because we don't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
Okay, I can focus. Okay, we can lock in. I can do this. Right, because it is a podcast and we're going to do a podcast.
Yeah, we're loving
it. So, James, you are a musician.
I'm trying my best.
It's so difficult to be serious. So you're a musician and a stand-up comedian. So do you feel like you do more stand-up comedy than music, or is it both sort of equal for you? Because I see on your Instagram, like, you have a lot of followers, but are a lot of them for comedy or musician? Because it's all like combined.
So my page is a comedy page.
Okay.
So sometimes I used to put beside me when I was playing music. Like a little sign, and it used to say James Downey Comedy.
Okay.
And then people were really confused. They used to follow me, but they wanted to follow me for my music. But I was trying to trick them into following my comedy.
Yeah.
Nice.
But they were like afterward,
killer.
I just got awkward because I would leave the stage and they'd be like, "Oh, you're a comedian too," and I'm like, "Yeah," and they was like, "Tells a joke," and I'm like,
"Oh no, I hate it when people do that."
So I stopped putting that sign up. But to answer your question, I do more cover gigs for work. That's like my income.
Yeah.
And then, but I would write more comedy. So I'd spend more time on comedy, writing and doing videos and podcast and on stage.
Yeah.
But in terms of just gigs, it's music gigs.
Very good. That's quite cool. And then about comedy, what about comedy do you think lends its hand in music?
They're so different because music can be passive. Like, as I said, I only do cover songs. Yeah. So I can just be in it's going to sound so boring, but I love...
No, but it's okay because it's got other people. It's got other people that also maybe want to do the same thing.
I love when people aren't paying attention when I play music.
I get that as well.
It's 2 hours of just being able to practice, and they can all do what they want. And then comedy, it's the opposite. It's very intense, 10 minutes, but it's full attention.
Yeah.
Do you ever find... like when I did it back in the day, do you ever find there's always like 2 people who are massively invested in it, and they're the whole time there?
Yes.
Like basically like begging you to play. Can you play can you do Traveling Soldier? Can you?
I recently went on anxiety medication, right?
Yeah.
And the guy, it was a phone call through the chemist or like Boots, and they were like, "What makes you anxious?" And that was the exact example that I gave. I said, they were like, "I thought you said performing alleviated anxiety," and I was like, "That's kind of when I'm doing comedy. See, when I'm performing for 2.5 hours to an audience of 2,
it's brutal.
And sometimes they don't talk or clap or shout. They just watch you from maybe from 2 meters away.
Yeah.
And an hour in, I'm like, I want to die.
Yeah.
I don't know. I also suffer from anxiety, but I'm not on medication. Actually, a friend of mine told me, sorry, this is off topic, but said you get something like a something blocker, a SSR.
A beta blocker?
What do you is it
blocker.
an SS? What is
it? I'm on an SSRI.
That's it, SSRI.
And I'm.
Is it good?
Jobs
does it work?
I'm not on the floor to come in tonight.
Give me one, please.
They're actually so it's long last, so you have to take it for about 4 weeks and then it builds up. It's not like instant. It's not like you're taking an E-tab or anything like that.
He puts them into the drinks before they're gone.
But this time was awful. This time I had they say it can get worse before it gets better. So this time I just started having panic attacks, and I was like, why did I go on?
I get those too.
Why did I go on this again?
This is a debt or add a compliment to you, right? But like, you never strike me as anybody who's anxious.
Yeah. No, to be fair, sometimes I crack the gong, but that's because he cares so much. I just feel like you could be
a little less
like,
tense.
No, you're not very tense. You're just like you care. You're like, is everybody having a good time?
Yeah. Not you.
Or
like
all the comics here.
Between you and me, just before I said, like, you know what I mean? Because I'm falling to pieces before I go on, and then I'm grand. You know what I mean? But like, it's good crack.
Another thing I wanted to ask is to you, John. So you do a lot of TikTok skits.
I'm the TikTok king.
You're the TikTok king, right? So for those of you who don't know, he's a very humble guy, but he has like...
He's not humble.
I actually wrote it down.
Humble,
You're 85,000 followers on TikTok. 0.6.
2 seconds ago, you were like, James, you have a lot of followers. And I was like, John's rolling his eyes behind me.
Wait, so John, do you sometimes get massive anxiety before you post something, or do you just don't care?
Don't think about it. You know what I mean?
You don't
I think like I always talk, because I try and talk to people. Like I started before, I did the skits before I did comedy.
Yeah.
So I try to think a lot about like, some people come up to me and ask me like, like I'm really nervous about posting.
Yeah.
I think there's a part of it after doing it for so long, you get desensitized to it. Kind of like music, I guess, as well. But you get, I don't know, there's a weird... I remember what it was like to post the first one, and I was bricking it. Yeah. You know what I mean? But then I realized after a certain time, like, nobody thinks about it. You know what I mean?
Quick question. What does bricking it mean?
Bricking is like shitting yourself.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Is it like diarrhea? Why is it a brick and not diarrhea?
No. Bricking it would be more like a solid chunk. You know, like a,
like a brick.
Oh, so you're not like having explosive diarrhea. You're shitting like actual shit.
It's like, it's a
You picture a brace block. That's how John poops.
It's just solid. You know, like
Welcome
to
my very serious podcast, guys.
You're like a Minecraft block. You
should have like you as a character in Minecraft, but you just shit bricks.
That'd be good.
Okay, bricking it. That's a new phrase I've learned today. Bricking it. Okay.
Bricks.
So now when you post things, you just don't... I know you care because you do put a lot of effort and work into creating your skits.
Now I'm thinking more about like it's really boring stuff like audience retention and like, is this actually funny? You know, like it's more in relevance to that. But when like I find myself, especially now when I post it, I don't look at it, you know, for at least a day, or if I can, like just avoid the looking at it, but because it looks...
Would you overthink a lot about it then?
No, I have a weird thing about like once, so like when I'm making it, it's mine, but once I post it, it's to everyone else. So it now belongs to the world or whatever. I don't have to think about it.
That's just very pretentious for a 30-second TikTok. Now the world owns it. It's like,
now it's your turn to
my
enjoy
art is out in the world.
Yeah, look, I was just being philosophical about TikTok. Thanks, Roleen.
It is what it is. I don't know. So like... I'm very, very useless at content creation in the sense of thinking of ideas of skits to make, because I don't want to waste people's time.
Yeah.
You know, if somebody consumes something I've created, I want it to be genuine and authentic. Well, I feel like your TikToks are that because they're so different. I've never seen anything like it, and people absolutely go mental for it.
They're just dumb though. Like being real, they're just dumb videos.
Yeah.
You
but
know
it's
what I
good.
But like, I think the only thing that changed is that I kind of I took a style that looked really, really bad, but I knew it was eye-catching. And that's the way it works.
It's also like, I feel like yours is like... I remember like trying to come up with sketches and trying to come up with... It was taking so long to put on a costume and like come up with different stuff and film from different angles.
Yeah.
I was like, why don't I do it in cartoon style and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And I was like, John's going to think I'm copying him.
I wouldn't care.
But the thing is, it's a really good method for... Like you putting it together quickly.
Yeah. And it's like a lot of it's sort of just like a Photoshop and then something towards it, you know, that sort of way. I think like I'm not an animator. People sometimes are like, oh, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like I would do things that animators do, but mine's is very basic. It's like, kind of like B-Tech level.
Because it's like that's a definite plus for like if people say it's all about like quantity and not quality.
Yeah, I disagrey.
So
I don't agree with that either.
Actually, no, you know what?
Emily told me. It was Emily give me that advice.
I don't want you to get to my level.
No, wait. He's holding you back.
I don't agree. I don't want to say.
See, I've been trying to post more regularly, but I'm also mindful of I don't want to. But this is my problem. I overthink too much because I care about I care about comedy and I care about what I put out there in the world and my digital footprint. But I also want people to actually enjoy what they watch. But that's not in my power. Like it's got nothing to do with me what other people think about me.
Do you know what's really interesting? So this is what I find interesting about what you're saying.
Okay.
You think doing a say 30-second to 1 minute 30-second video clip
nobody's gonna care.
might waste someone's time.
Yeah.
but they've got the option to skip it.
Yeah.
But you don't feel like that about doing a 5 to 10 minute set in comedy
no,
where they can't skip it.
Sometimes I really wish they could.
Well, they can at the gong.
That's it's so interesting that you're happy enough to go and stand on stage for 10 minutes, but you're afraid to do something that takes 1 minute.
Which is strange because like I want to do film obviously and acting and like that was my main income back home, but I never did like proper movies or anything. It was just like theater.
It's the permanence of it, I think, that throws people off. It's like that's up there. No, you can't delete it.
You can delete it.
I know, but it's not what you think when you're putting it up. You know what I mean? You're kind of going that like somebody else can download this, or this is now. There's an anxiety. Well, not for you, obviously, but like, or me.
There's actually quite a few questions I want to ask you guys, especially for others that are listening that might choose music and comedy or doing skits and stand-up comedy as well. Is there, James, anything that you did on your journey so far that you wish you knew before you started? Something that you learned along the way that would have maybe pivot you? Yeah.
So I have this advice. Some comedians completely disagree with me, right?
Okay.
Some of the older generation. But if you get into comedy, start up your own night ASAP, right? Ooh. Even if people are looking at you going, there's too many comedy nights, they shouldn't be putting on a comedy night because they're not experienced enough. If you can't get slots, especially in a place like Belfast or Northern Ireland where they're so scarce compared to somewhere like LA where you can be gigging.
Or New York.
Yeah, exactly.
You do like 8 mics a night, work on one bit.
I was never getting spots and I wouldn't be part of the cool crew. So I was like, just start up your own night weekly, which became twice a week, which means if I don't pick up any more gigs, the bare minimum I'm getting is 2 gigs a week, 8 a month. And I can give myself 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and it's worked out amazing.
Yeah,
like
it's really, really good then.
Yeah.
You get your stage time and you get to work on your material.
So don't listen to... people might try to give you advice, but don't be holding yourself back for other people. The scene's there just for you to practice. It's not there for you to try to accommodate other people.
Yeah, fair. I agree with that.
And then, what is something that you would do differently on your journey so far, like especially in stand-up comedy, what is it like that you would change?
Watching John, I would I would definitely focus. I'm still trying to do it more on online content because I was like talking to the genius that is ChatGPT and asking it I was saying like, do you think it's easier to go to somewhere like New York where there's 10,000 comedians trying to make it, or do you think it'd be better posting 4 videos a day here and being in a smaller pond of comedians? And they were like, and a lot of different people as well were also like, you can bypass it. Like online content is where it's at. Bookers are booking people because of your following. And when you look around, who's Mommy Banter is a great example.
Yeah.
She sold out the ASS Arena.
Yeah.
And she's been doing comedy for about a year or something.
Yeah.
True.
She's brilliant as well.
Yeah, she is good too. She is good.
But it's also like a point where you just get to a point where you need to go, you know what, I can't care what other people are going to say about this creative thing I'm doing because it brings me joy and it's going to feel cringe and be cringe for a while, and you're going to have people hate watch you as well. But do you know what? A view's a view, girl.
I have a theory on this, and I could be wrong, but it's something that I've worked off, so I know it works for me at least.
Yeah.
And that's that, like, everything that you want is it's like, if you feel that cringe level, see, as soon as you lean into it and you accept it fully, you'll be able to push past it, and you will get people. Like, the point is, like, get over the fact that when I first started, like 2 or 3 before I met any used properly, like when I was making the content, like I got a lot of hate, comments, which is normal. But again, there's a part to me where I go, this is like somebody watching not like for me, but like watching a TV show, right? And there's going to be seasons that aren't good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, there's going to be points that aren't great or whatever. But as long, you just got to keep pushing out. And you get hit sometimes in the wall where you're like, I don't know what to make.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I know mine's is very niched up. My advice to anybody starting is start off, try 20 different things, like in terms of comedy. Try like a different thing, because nobody's going to see them.
And then one of them, you mean for skits now, just so
one
the
of them
listener
will
knows as well.
One of them will. One of them will work eventually. Then hone in on that, and that becomes like your niche. For a while, and that's kind of how you pull it off. And that's honestly the best piece of advice I can give you. And just keep going.
John loves pulling stuff off.
What would you?
That was dirty, James.
That's how he gets left down to Bennigan's.
James can't do anything serious for more than 2 minutes without being like, oh,
I couldn't hear him because your English sometimes goes very quickly, and then I'm like,
me or John?
You.
Oh, me or Kelsey.
So I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, John said that's how you pull stuff off. I said John loves pulling stuff off.
I do.
It was a hilarious
It was
joke.
actually so funny.
Yeah.
I'm still laughing about it.
I could hear the editors laughing from the other room.
Yeah.
So good.
It was great, James. Thank you so much for that joke. Fuck me. Right. Wait, okay. So, John, I have so many questions for the both of you. So the same one is the one I asked James. Is there anything that you would do differently, thinking back now when you started, something that you would change? For me personally, as an example, because I've next month is my 1 year anniversary in comedy. Yeah, I haven't died. I've died loads, but like not in real life yet.
Yet.
Oh. Okay, focus, Roleen. Right, so for me it is to enjoy it a bit more.
Yes. Yeah,
because
yeah.
The like they say, the comparison of joy. Oh,
Thief is the comparison.
The thief of joy is comparison. But I'm pretty sure that's not the way that goes. What the hell? Wait, is that?
Yeah, I forgot you've said it wrong now and I've forgotten it.
What is a thief is the comparison?
Comparison to the thief of joy, that's it.
Okay.
There we go.
Yes, you have it. Right. So to me, that's that. So I think in the beginning for me personally, I was so hard on myself, and I don't know why, because like how ignorant, because you have been doing comedy for a minute. Of course, you're not going to be on lineups that you want to be on yet because you're not that good yet. You just aren't, and you need to earn like your miles basically.
Yeah.
You need to go to mics and just enjoy that journey. Don't be so rushed. And that's something I wish I would change, because I'm pretty sure to some people I might have had a very like stressed negative energy because I was trying to get to a certain destination too quickly and I wasn't supposed to yet. I wasn't the right mics will come at the right time. And it just took me a while to click, but now that I've clicked it, I can finally like just, I'm not saying relax and not write and not like do a lot of open mics and whatever, but I can enjoy this with the people around me more than being like stressed the whole time.
But that comes easier, I think, with time. Yeah. Because the first year, if you don't have 10 minutes of material, like you're on stage, and if you start to bomb, you don't have anything to jump into that kind of works.
Yeah.
But I know I'm starting to enjoy it way more whenever I go up and do a bit of crowd work. And if it's not working, I've got a bank of stuff that's mine to go and enjoy.
I was trying to think that what would I like a lot of it what I wouldn't change, because that's kind of what develops you to an extent, like them failures, them bombs, but I would say one thing I wish I changed at the start was to not be so afraid of the crowd. That's where we differ. But I've only recently got into, you know, like with MC and things like that there, like being able to get into the rhythm. It's more like for me it's more like rhythm. It's like once you get a flow state in and talking to people always, I think when you first start out as a comic, and who am I to talk, but like once you start off as a comic, like there's such a barrier between you and the audience. Do you know what I mean? And just getting over that barrier and realizing that like there is a joke if you just ask them, like go deeper with it, get into them a wee bit more about whatever their job is or whatever, and then you can learn. It's a learn on the job experience, you know. Once you start to figure out wee things,
I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot from James as well doing crowd work, because that's something I stay away from, because purely I am slightly deaf. Right, so sometimes I can't hear properly, but also like the English. What? But also like other people's English here, when they talk too fast, I'm like, oh, and then that moment is away and it gets awkward, and then I'm just like, I'm so shit at crowd work. I don't think I should attempt it anymore, because I feel like the people, when I'm doing crowd work with them, they understand me. But they don't understand.
It's the biggest insult to Northern Irish people. Northern Irish people are stupid.
But then I'm like, you don't understand me. I don't understand you. This is terrible. Just don't do it.
You said they understood you.
Yeah. But they pretend like they don't.
Yeah.
You know, I get.
Like I had a gig.
It's also because you have a microphone and they don't. So
yeah. No, but I had a gig in Lurgan, and the guy in Lurgan. In Lurgan. Yay, Lurgan.
Did you say gay Lurgan? I was a gay Lurgan.
Yeah. I would love to do a gig in gay Lurgan.
I definitely didn't cut that part, right? I love Lurgan. I do. Lurgan's lovely.
And you know what? For some reason, here, Lurgan gets a bad name. I don't think I've ever been to Lurgan.
Well, you know what? You're missing a lot, James. You have to go to Lurgan.
What's your favourite place in Lurgan? Your house?
With the off license.
That's everybody's favourite place in Lurgan.
No, I do like the park in Lurgan. It's lovely.
Like is it have swings?
It has swings. It also has a slide.
Nice place to sniff glue.
Big, yeah. Yeah.
You want to go after?
Okay, focus. Right. So, okay. What would you tell somebody who's afraid? I'll start with James. Who's afraid of starting comedy?
The first thing I always say to someone who's afraid of starting is, "Don't ask me." And that's not. I go because I feel like the first 5 years you're all in the same. Apart maybe not the first year, but like from year 2 to 5 you're all in the same boat. Like I know we're having a conversation and we do open mics, but I'm not a big comedian. I'm not even a mid-tier comedian, to be quite honest. We run our own nights, we have fun, and this kind of thing. But the first thing I tell them is that we're all in the same boat. Like I think a lot of people go into it, even like the way you're talking now, and they think, I've heard from so many people the same thing, but they think that they're in like a unique situation where
I agree with that.
They're saying exactly like, I'm bombing, I'm trying to get the places, I'm not on this open mic, I'm not at this gig, I don't know how to do like host this, and I'm like, we all feel like that.
We're still doing
I felt really guilty for feeling that way. I was really hard on myself because I thought I was being a really terrible, terrible human being. But actually, I was just starting a new thing and I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
Yeah, but the second thing is also like a lot of people feel isolated from the scene. They'll go in and go like, people aren't talking to me. I feel like they're part of a clique. And I'm like, you also have to let them people know like we all feel like that. A lot of comedians are like learning material, so they're in their own head.
Yeah, and don't take it personally.
Yeah.
That's like if you like,
it's not that deep.
I've gotten a lot better at it, but when I first started, especially the first year, like there would have been a point where like an hour before I'd be performing, I couldn't talk to anybody. I genuinely, I know there's a couple of ones who are still like that. If it's a bigger the gig, it's for us we're going now, I can usually just slap back, we can have a bit of crack and all the rest, and I kind of know where I'm going. But see, when I'm coming up with new material or something, I'm completely switched on. Like I don't have anything to say to anybody, you know, that sort of way.
I remember like particular comedians being like to me, I know like everyone here is a massive fan of comedy. I only have like 2 or 3 favorite comedians. I'm not that into it, and I'm like, most people in the world only have like 5 favorite comedians. Like not every, because it's all so different. You probably have 2 or 3 that you really, really like and follow. Nobody has like a list of their favorite 150 comedians.
Our comedy, like when we talk about comedians, we're completely different. Like you like things that I like, and I like things that you don't like.
You don't have to be a complete nerd.
No.
Comedy nerd to start.
No.
But probably helps. But like
definitely, like a lot of people say, I don't know if you get this a lot when people, when you reluctantly. I always regret telling someone I do comedy because they always get, say something funny.
I love it. I tell everybody all the time. Every week in my moment of my life, I'm like, I'm a comedian.
Or they go and they do less. They go, oh, do you know who's funny? Do you know who's funny? And then I'm like, I don't know any of these people.
I love the flip of that where it's like, I know, and they start talking about all the comedians in the scene that you know, and then they're like, I know, do you know what, I thought you were really good anyway, but you know who's shit? You're like, what? Like, I just talking about the guy I've known for years.
Oh, that's awkward. Okay, so I have a couple of, the biggest mistake, I think we basically covered that beginners should try and avoid. Just
start.
Yeah.
Just start and be okay with being bad.
Yeah.
I always find it, I haven't seen anyone yet, maybe Pavilion the odd time, but I've never seen anybody yet where they say it's their first time. Like if we go up and say, where I'm seeing it, we'll go up and like, this person's their very first time. I've never seen anybody really get a bad reception. You always get a welcome. I always get a welcome to the comedy
People are very
scene.
supportive.
It's always, people get thrown off because it's always your second or third gig that you'll have your first death. Every comic that you meet on the scene has died, and every one of them is so welcoming. And no one, like I think the biggest fear some people have when they first start is like, oh my god, everyone's gonna think I'm shit. But like, even if you bomb and you come afterward to all the comedians, all of them are gonna be laughing and having a bit of banter with you. No one's gonna be pure like you were trash, you know.
Yeah, like if sometimes, so me and John do a gig together. Yeah, it's a an open mic gong show.
Yeah,
and if John doesn't, sometimes like you're just busy. Yeah, John will be like, who got gonged off? And I'll be like, I can't remember.
Yeah. You don't think about the bad ones. Nobody remembers a bad joke. You will remember a good one though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think you remember the really good gigs. He like absolutely killed it.
Yeah.
But if someone's like, who got gonged off, who didn't do well, I'm like, I can't remember. Wasn't really paying attention.
But I think what a lot of people don't really know is, like, we do open mics. It's like our gym. Like when you see somebody solo show, that's 100 and hundreds and hundreds of open mics.
Yeah.
That have been stitched together, and now you're seeing like a polished version where I think people forget that we're testing material. So obviously it's gonna be shit sometimes.
It feels like this whole podcast was set up for you, like as to get over your death. It's okay that I died. Every question ends with like, it's okay to die, guys.
Yeah, it is. So, one habit that helps you on your journey the most,
vaping.
like what? Vaping. Oh God,
I couldn't do it without it.
Yeah, same.
See, do you know what I've realized? Like, John is so much more social than me. As you said, I'm sort of always doing something at the gig lights and stuff. This guy just goes out and vapes for half an hour and talks to
I talk to the whole audience.
Everybody.
I have this one strange ritual. I wouldn't even call it a technique, but it's a ritual where like I won't feel a night's going well unless I talk to one of the audience members in the smoking area. Talking. I know, but like if I feel like I've got a good reception, I'm like, have a great night.
So, sometimes two people will come over to me at the end of a night and they start to be like, I really liked your set, but before they could even finish the word set, John slides like in. He goes, all right, I'm John. Have you followed me on? I'm like, John, let me have 5 minutes of...
Wait, so John says don't post too many videos and then he slides in on your compliment?
Yeah. I'm like, don't follow him.
And I sort of drift away and John's just hyper focused on being like, oh, you guys were great. And I'm like, he can have it.
Yeah.
Take it.
That's what I'm good at.
Okay, so vaping, that's a habit.
Yeah.
You know, that's helped you on your journey.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so James, what are you most excited about at the moment?
What I'm most excited about, big time, is that I just got an offer to do a whole month at the Edinburgh Fringe. I just booked my ferry. And then the next day, Sarah checked my bookings, who's my partner, and said, you've booked for the wrong dates.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So I changed that today, phoned them up, changed it, and I booked my accommodation.
Yeah.
And I am buzzing. I can't wait.
You're buzzing and broke now. Because that
broke now. It's all, anytime I do these things, I get it on a credit card. So I'm not broke.
And then
in 12 months, I'm going to say...
That's so exciting. And what's your show going to be called?
It's going to be called 0% Booze, 100% Irish.
Nice.
Yeah, it's about going sober, being Irish, and having been on medication for anxiety and also going to get stuff for ADHD and yada yada. Yeah. But also it has to be fueled by crack, crowd work, comedy songs, being an emo, growing up in an Irish West Belfast household. Plug it.
Yeah. I am actually really excited for. Are we still doing the Down South one?
Yeah,
it's gonna be fun.
Wait, so are you going to do your solo show here first, obviously, before you go?
No, I don't really want to do that until I'm like really, really ready. Because Edinburgh Fringe, I see as a work in progress, but I don't call it a work in progress because people wouldn't go. So I go there and do the show every single day for a month.
Nice, and then you're going to bring it home.
And then I bring it home. Yeah, and even if it's not, I've done it before, and even if it's not ready, I'll be like, at least you have 30 minutes or 35 minutes of good stuff. But that's me working it out over there. I just don't tell people that.
Okay, so you'll let me know when it's coming out so I can tell people like on the podcast to go and watch you.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, John, your turn. What are you excited about?
I've been dying from the start of comedy to finally do. This sounds so dumb, but like I've been dying to do from the start of comedy to do a show in my hometown.
Okay.
You know what I mean? In Magherafelt. So I think this year I've got 2 shows.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got my own show, and then I've got hopefully I think I'm on. I don't want to say nothing. This could be cut out. So on the 2nd of July, we have in the Blind Piglet in Magherafelt. We are running a show. I'm emceeing it. We're gonna have Mickey Bartlett, Aaron Butler.
Yeah.
And James McKegney.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a really good night.
Yeah.
And then.
So is that how many you're putting on? 3?
3, and then there's. I think. Well, we're working it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then hopefully there's a long running show. It's called The Terrace. That's happened in Magherafelt for the last couple of years. I've always went. It's one of my favourite shows. Yeah. And I think I'm on it some point this year. So that's going to be fun. You know?
That's really exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, and your show that you're talking about, does it have a name?
My show?
Yeah.
That you're putting on in Magherafelt.
Yeah, but it's going to be revealed.
Sorry?
So Jesus. You don't know the name? Or you know the name, you can't tell me.
He doesn't know one. He hasn't got a name yet.
Do you really not have a name, or are you just are you being sneaky?
The Blind Piglet.
It's called Scrack the Gong.
Scrap the Gong.
Yeah, it's called Scrap the Gong.
Okay. Right, so I can't tell you about John's solo show.
No, it's not my solo show.
No,
just a show. Just a
one night only.
No, it might be monthly.
What? Oh.
And how was the night shift? How was your one?
Oh yeah, right enough.
It went really well.
Awesome.
75 tickets sold.
That's class.
I was 5 tickets away from being able to say sold out. So I take that as a win.
That's sold out.
Yeah, it's sold out.
And the comics were amazing. I mean, everybody on the lineup was fantastic.
Did you MC it? I'm just wondering who, because
I can't MC. I'm too inexperienced. No, Luke McGibbon was the MC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was just the middle act, like 10 minutes.
Fair.
And then
Was
we
it
had Ian Thompson for opener. Mm-hmm. And then Diona Doherty headlined.
Class.
Everybody like, even my set went well.
Yeah.
You're too hard on it. Yeah. Even mine. Is it going to be like a regular thing?
Yes, so our next one is the 1st of May.
Okay.
And then we trying to do it quarterly.
Yeah.
Just so that tickets sell, because obviously everybody needs to get paid.
James only pays himself.
Yeah.
I pay John every time.
Nice.
The MCs. Hold on a second.
We're not using any of that payment part.
I pay John, and then John goes, "No, don't pay me."
Yeah,
and then I send him a PayPal, and then he goes on podcast and tell people I don't pay him.
Yeah,
I force payment on you.
You do, yes, you do. Yeah.
Right.
I'm trying to do kind of. You're too good to me. I'm a good slave master.
And I also pay everyone on my big.
You do.
Here.
You do. You do, to be fair.
Do you ever? Sorry. Sorry for interrupting your podcast.
Please,
but I'll have you know.
Correct news, am I right?
This is my podcast. I'm okay. So, where was I? Do you ever think of quitting?
No, I think we talked about this one.
If you steal my answer, I'm gonna kill you, John. Me and John were talking about this before the podcast.
Yeah?
He said he thinks about quitting all the time.
Yeah.
I said he never do, and I just started the answer with
James, his face was a never.
I've never thought of it.
I think possibly once every hour.
No.
Okay,
then you should definitely quit. Only joking.
It's not that bad, but yeah, I think about it a lot. James.
Yes.
That was so unnatural.
No, that's good. It's good.
James. James.
Yes.
Do you ever think about quitting?
I never do, and it's a pet peeve of mine when people say that they feel like quitting every week. No offense, Roleen, but here's my thing, right? It's going to be tough, right? It's going to be tough, right? Yeah. If somebody pays you to build a house, and it's cold outside and blah blah blah, and you're training to build a house, you're going to get to the end and you're going to build a house. Yeah. If every single day I was working with a coworker and he was like, my hands are sore, I hate this job, I'm thinking about quitting, and then the next day you come in and you want to be all upbeat and you want to, let's get this house built, and they were like, I hate this, I want to quit every week, I'd be like, then you need to quit because you're obviously not enjoying it. Yeah. It's okay to feel sad, it's okay to feel like you bombed, it's okay to feel like you didn't have your best day, but if it gets to the point where you're like, I want to quit, then you're not enjoying this job.
Yes, then you're not enjoying the journey. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
I'm going to say something so South African. That's what I was talking about just now.
Yeah.
Because that's what I was like, I wish I enjoyed it sooner than putting all that pressure on myself. Because why did we start doing this?
Yeah.
Trying to make people laugh or whatever it is we do in entertainment. Why did we start? Because we love it. We love connecting with people. So like if I'm not enjoying that, then why the fuck am I doing it?
Yeah. And there's people,
I actually have a philosopher that I like to follow.
Okay.
He's hard to see sometimes. His name's John Cena. And, he says, never give up.
Never give up.
Never give up.
Never surrender.
That's Protestant.
A Protestant.
John Cena's a Protestant.
No. Just said never surrender. It's like,
no, don't surrender. No surrender.
No surrender. Never surrender.
How do you say goodbye in South Africa?
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Tot ziens.
Okay, well,
Tot ziens.
Dot ziens?
Tot
ziens.
Tot ziens.
Ja.
You should.
Lager is fun.
Sien julle later.
Sien julle later.
Why did you put the accent on?
Sien julle later. Let's all do it in the count of 3. You should count us in. You should the host.
Okay, so how are we going to sign up? Okay, right, so thank you very much for... Shit, was that?
I was angry. I was like, get these fuckers out of my podcast.
Thank you so much for tuning into the first episode of The Wildings.
Woo!
Yeah, I don't know when the next episode is, and I also don't know what I'm doing, but sure. We're having fun.
We had fun.
It was good crack.
Señora loca.
Señora loca.
Oh, Señora loca.
Yeah, Señora loca.
Señora loca.
Oh God, I quit.